They spreading hate. Let's BS ain't gonna seal our fate. No nonsense here, just straight to the point. Truth to ammo in this battleground joint. Make America great again. Stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night.
Hey, it's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
Podcast. What up, guys? What's up, guys? Mike, what it is, man? Vince, how's it going, guys?
That's strange. We didn't hear nothing on our intro.
It's okay.
Let us know if you heard our intro. If you can hear us, we're just fine.
Mike, we're not a podcast, a live podcast, and a live stream. Everything live. If there's not a mistake, or not a
Very
mistake,
weird,
but
though.
it's just you know why it's weird is because tomorrow we have a conspiracy meetup tomorrow at Filthy's at 6:00.
6:30, I believe, is the
6:30.
gathering. Yeah,
So,
we'll probably go live around 7.
So we'll be there. Catch us there, man. Show up, be there, support. Like-minded people like everybody else. Just a little conspiracy about 101. What you think? What you've heard? What everybody else has heard. Show up, speak, or just hang out. I'll be there hanging around, helping Mike do this or that. Or hey, you might catch me on.
Your plan is to co-host it.
You might catch me on that mic. So
well, that's the plan.
shows up,
you and John to
I'll be
kind of
there to have
MC
some
it.
good conversations with you guys. So I like that stuff. I like getting into it. Because it just keeps your mind fresh and just thinking about is the government or the things that we have been taught as we grow throughout the year. Every year, it's just is it true? Is the earth really round or is it flat?
What's your favorite conspiracy?
I don't know. I'm going to say
You are a flat earther. You're pretty strong on it.
I'm pretty strong on it. Not strong on it, but it's just show me that and the moon. You're going to tell me we haven't been back to the moon? You can't tell me we can't get to the moon? What's going on? Show me some new videos, some new AI videos that we've been to the moon.
That's one of the ones that I like to throw out there a lot.
You know,
I don't believe the moon
show me.
landing was real at all. That was all hoax.
Show me.
We
If
would
you
have been
think
back
we were there,
multiple times.
show me. Show me.
All these years later, they can't do it again.
Right. If all these people that go just outside of the earth or whatever think they're astronauts, show me. Go to the moon. Show me. I want to see it with my own eyes.
Kind of was taught that we actually never been into outer space, even at the moon.
Nobody has.
We're still in our atmosphere. No one's actually, gotten out of Earth's orbit. I don't know.
I
don't
think
know
we've done
anything
that, but I don't believe the moon landing. So what's your biggest one that you probably like to talk about and throw out there the most, Mike?
I don't know, man. It's a it's a toss up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Is it science? Is it COVID, Bigfoot? Or is it
Bigfoot, that's another
government conspiracies?
All of it, man. All of it. You don't know what to trust. You don't know what.
Even recent. What about this? The Trump one, the Trump shooting. I mean, I still believe there's a lot there that we may never know the truth to.
Well, I think we're seeing
Bin Laden's another one for me too. The
Yeah.
death of Bin Laden. That's another one that's always been in my mind.
never mind the death of Bin Laden.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
look into
the
how
death,
Bin Laden came of what he was.
right.
To be a target of death.
Just recently, there was a conspiracy that that they didn't kill Bin Laden when they.
Well,
said
that's been
another one too.
it flared up again
I'm
recently.
just gonna give you guys a little warm up of what's gonna happen tomorrow. Do you know another one too? Do you guys remember the anthrax?
the anthrax scare.
Anthrax
Yeah.
scare? Do you guys remember that shit? That was another one
for
too.
sure.
That it's it's.
You mean the band Anthrax?
Yeah. That was shortly after 9/11, I want to say.
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And a lot of offices were getting it. It wasn't a new threat, but it was. It happened a lot
Yeah.
right around that time, I want to say, and it was definitely under the George Bush. I think it was highly
It's weird,
politicized.
huh? It's always
time,
something going on. Man.
Well, it's
crazy.
because the left will go to no end to frickin' get their point across.
You think
but-
so?
Yeah, for sure. They're cutting sex parts off children. They telling kids they can be whatever they want to be. That's the other conspiracy, but Yeah, I think the biggest conspiracy we're seeing play out now, and we don't realize how big it is, and I don't think we ever will because it's being caught so early. It's not something that like our grandkids are finding out,
Right.
and I think that is what we're seeing in the news with the conspiracy to. Well, I mean, it was against Trump, the Russian hoax conspiracy, and if you take Trump out of the equation completely, but you put any person in that position.
It's all the fake news.
It was literally projection. They were doing everything they were accusing Trump of. Right. Where it was actually the Clinton administration who worked with Russia to spread the narrative, and then Obama approved the not offering the president-elect and his security advisors the presidential briefing, and then the stories they approved leaked, and it turns out that James Comey, who was the director of the FBI, authorized and enlisted, I think, one of the big newspapers or something like that to run a story that fit in line with the narrative and totally could have changed the course of our history based on some, thing that he was colluding with Russia. Like how was he colluding? And what, why? This whole thing came up. I don't know if you remember when they exposed Hillary Clinton's emails. And then all of a sudden her server came up missing. Well, she smashed her email server. So this was a distraction story to get them looking at Trump for a conspiracy rather than Hillary. Well, and it interrupted a presidency for what? It's been since 2016.
Right. Well, I was just going to say the whole point the finger and accuse Trump of what they're doing is still going on today. I mean, it started with the Russian hoax, but like that conspiracy can continue on until today because it's just crazy. Like even you turn on the news today, depending on what channel you turn on, it's still complete and utter lies.
Well, they don't tell the whole truth. It definitely fits their narrative. Like there's no such thing, I think, as an old-fashioned journalist. There's far and few between, where they didn't care who was on the other end of the story. They just reported the story. It might make their guy look bad, but you didn't know that because they never let you know who was their guy. You couldn't tell. That's what true journalism was. Cover the story, not the person. And nowadays it's not the case at all. And by default, now they don't even have to take direct orders from anybody anymore. They'll do whatever they think they have to make the wrong candidate or the right candidate look as bad as they can. Right. And we've seen that in Trump. We'll see that in J.D. Vance. We'll see that in DeSantis. There's more to come. It's not going away with Trump. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the lead candidate? I kind of lean. I mean, I know Vance is the vice president, but I feel like DeSantis would have a better chance.
You might be right. I don't know. It's a tough one because Vance is playing his cards right, I think, by still getting out there, but still kind of like laying back a little bit like a VP should.
Playing the game a little bit.
Right. And kind of letting Trump do his thing. Because here's the important part. You let Trump do his thing. Right. He can't run again. So he's going to go out blazing saddles, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing it right out of the gate with this, especially with D.C. and maybe New York and Chicago, and we've seen him send the troops into L.A. Like, he might just go full hand on the and just get shit done, which is what we need. It's just unfortunate. It's going to take something like that, and then be gone. 4 years, be gone. But how much does Vance want to get his hands dirty in that? I mean, he's got to play that thin line where he holds MAGA, because he is MAGA. I think Vance is the next generation of MAGA. And he's got to play that thin line where he holds MAGA, but yet he still can grip the GOP like DeSantis can, Right. And that's what Pence was intended for. Turns out Pence, was a political move that Trump took advice on. We should have never had a Vice President Pence because he was definitely a turncoat when it came to the MAGA movement.
Absolutely.
Along with other ones like Kissinger. Kissinger was on that J6 committee. He was one of two Republicans, I think, him and Liz Cheney, and they're total fakes and scumbags. I come across his Twitter today. Oh, what a scum. Yeah. So if you're watching at home, give us a like and a follow, thumbs up, drop a comment, let us know where you're watching from. And if you got something you want to say about what your favorite conspiracy might be, definitely drop it in the comments. But I don't want to get too much into that because tomorrow, like Leo said, we'll be
Yep.
streaming live from Filthy's. I think it's Filthy's Fine Cocktails and Beer or something like
believe so.
Cocktails and Beer. It's in Vero Beach, but you don't have to be local. If you are, come on down and support local business. But feel free to tune in and look for our stream. It will be on a new channel, but it will be on our X and stuff like that. So it'll be a new Rumble, which we want you to follow also, but make sure to follow on our Rumble and look forward to it. So there's going to be a lot of smart people there, way smarter than me. So I'll be like over here with the computer and might chime in and fill in, but you know, we'll let the tinfoil hat speak for itself. But they're great conversations.
For sure.
So back to business with Trump, and he has been, like I said, on a roll, throwing troops into DC. Have you been to DC?
No, I have not been to DC.
You've not
No.
I've
been. Have
always
you been
wanted.
to
I've
DC?
only
I've
driven,
always wanted to.
only driven through.
So my family has always traveled from Connecticut to Florida my whole life. If we didn't live here, we traveled to here once or twice a year. And I can always remember my father saying, as I got older and I started doing my own trips to different places, he was always saying, don't get off the highway in DC unless you know where you're going. Now I've been there with family before to see the monuments during the day and stuff like that. And I could definitely tell why, because some of those areas, like we went to get gas and it was not on a major thoroughway or whatever, and it was definitely it was like the bad parts of Nashville where I've been for gas too. Ironically,
Same thing. I've only gone through the state on the
Nashville.
highway a couple times.
not
And
Nashville.
I remember my dad telling me too. He said, "Don't ever stop in DC to get gas or anything." He's like, "Just drive right on through."
I mean, every neighborhood has that. You know, everywhere you go, that has that. But I mean, DC, to me, like DC, our capital. That's like the capital of the United States of America, and
America. 700,000.
It should be
700,000
It should be. It
and
should
change,
be somewhat taken care of. You know, like
should be clean.
you should be able
Should
to
be,
walk the
yes.
streets and not be scared to be mugged in your own
Yeah,
country.
It
you
should
know?
look like a capital.
You should be scared to
of the
walk
country.
in another country and be mugged, but you shouldn't be able to be
Shouldn't be
scared of-
embarrassed to invite world leaders over.
It should look like
Yeah.
the capital of the greatest country in the world. That's what it should look like.
Right. And we saw Newsom did this with what was it, LA or San Francisco, when the Chinese dictator came. You know, we saw Gavin Newsom clean up a real shithole real quick. And he did the same thing with state police and freaking other officials. But Trump has the authority, I forget the statute or whatever the hell it's called. It's called home run rule, which means he can impose federal jurisdiction over the District of Columbia. I don't know if we mentioned this last week, but I know we talked about the dude Big Balls from Doge getting beat down, protecting a woman who got beat down in DC from a carjacking. But other people have complained about getting shot in the middle of the day. A lot of reporters who attacked Trump on this have had complained to the press secretary about their equipment being stolen. You know, it's just not a good area. And, it's just the district, the city was never supposed to be a part of a state.
Right.
It was not supposed to be partisan or a part of any other state government. So the way it was supposed to work out was the Speaker of the House, who is like technically the third in line to the presidency, has mayoral responsibilities over the District of Columbia. The police chief also answers to them, the Capitol Police, you know, and all that. But over the years, they've got real lazy and power drunk, so they went ahead and chartered a city council, which elects a mayor and a state's attorney, and in fact, they act like a state's government, which is unconstitutional. But there is that provision, the home run rule, where if they have to, the federal government comes in, the president appoints who he believes will oversee the day-to-day operations of cleaning up whatever the problem is, which is crime. And they go from there. I think he's got a 4-day window, and then he has to petition Congress or notify Congress of a 30-day extension. After that, Congress has to act if they want to extend it. But I'm all for federalizing the Capitol. I would expect it was already.
That's the way.
That's
it was supposed
like our
to be.
national treasures are there. Like there, you shouldn't be afraid to walk from monument to monument or museum to museum in our nation's capital.
If he does that, I'm curious who
Well, he did.
who he's going to appoint.
Pam Bondi,
Oh, did he?
the
already?
Attorney
He already
General.
did it?
Yeah, well, yeah. So I guess by default, Pam Bondi is now working with the mayor and the police chief, and same with the National Guard. They're all working in unison, and the police chief union over there in this area is all for it. Like
Right.
and the problem is a lot of it is juvenile crime, and so the U.S. attorney he appointed was Janine Piero. She was a judge. She had a TV show as a judge for a little bit. Then she was on Fox News as a commentator. Well, now he appointed her, and she's tough as balls, and she got confirmed. And now the problem was that because this little city that made up their own government passed laws, they are so relaxed on crime. If you're 15 and you go shoot somebody,
Right.
they can't come after you unless you kill that person. So you can get shot in the chest by a 15 or 16-year-old, 17-year-old, and they're going to treat them as a juvenile and not arrest them under attempted murder because you didn't die.
Right.
So they half the time they don't arrest. So that would been the complaint. I've got a video here. Let's see. We do have Brandon's in the comments. Washington, D.C. has been taken care of like our government, piss poor, mismanaged, tons of money being spent on nothing. Exactly. I'm interested to know
100%.
Yeah, where all that money goes.
And dirty politicians' pockets.
What's up,
Yeah.
Brandon, man? Listen, I've known Brandon for quite some time. I used to work with Brandon back over on the other side, over across the bridge. So know Brandon for quite some time. What's up, man?
Okay. So yeah, here's this. I don't know why we can't hear it. This one isn't there's no sound, but this is the National Guard coming out of this one isn't there's no sound.
No, there's no sound to it.
Hang on. We might have a
It's weird.
But yeah, this is the National Guard.
Right. I did see that. So Trump sent the National Guard to DC now. Then he sent the same people over to California too at one point. Was that the same people?
LA. Well, different units, but yeah, that's strange. I can't get that to come through.
Well, hopefully they can hear it at home.
I don't think they can.
No, you can't. It's right there. Look, it says Leo's. No, it's up top. Post Leo's mic.
Yeah, yours won't show. Yours won't show.
That's weird.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
That's a different browser.
Oh.
But you can hear it on there, though, right?
No, I don't know. I don't
Didn't
think I could. I was trying to.
Sorry, guys. Yours won't show. Yours won't show.
No, you
You
can't,
can't hear
the video.
nothing. Anyways, that's DC for you.
Anyways,
Imagine being in DC and just seeing these guys walking around.
you get the point. You see the people walking. You
Yeah.
know where they're walking to.
Imagine being one of them 15-year-old kids.
They're not 15. Are they 15?
Well, I mean, like Mike said,
18.
a lot of them are. A lot of them
Yeah,
are juvenile.
Right, juvenile.
Imagine being one of them, seeing them walking around like.
Needs to be done with it. We have to go back
maybe I
to how we
better
got
get
here.
my
Though. In
shit line.
2020, the DC
Yeah, you
City
should always have
Council
your shit
passed
line,
an
regardless of
enormous
what it
amount of
is.
Well,
legislation.
something's not right with
handcuffed police
StreamYard because it's not
officers,
playing
exposes
any
them
of
to
our
administrative,
audio.
civil, and even criminal.
And it was before we went live. We are live. Just making sure. But yeah, so Trump came out and said he's just not going to play it
Media,
anymore.
behind
He's
the
going to go
planner.
ahead and now everything's jacked up. He's going to go ahead and they're going to take care of it, and that's what we see. I mean, definitely last night there was no murders out in the
Right.
streets. You know, there was.
And that's the
I
kind
think they net like 100 arrests or something like that.
that's the kind of action we should have in a president. You know, if something's messed up like that, like, and you can do something about it, why wouldn't you do something about it?
Right.
For
Why
sure.
you're gonna? I mean, obviously you can't do this to the every problem in the country. You can't. But we're talking about the capital of our fucking country.
Yeah, I know. That's what's sad.
You should be proud of it.
You know. But that's just to show you that no matter where you go, what country it is, there's always going to be some kind of, place messed up, fucked up,
Yeah.
Nasty place, But
Sir,
you
you're
have
Not
to.
the capital.
Well, I mean, is you just have to put it in order, man. You gotta nip it in the butt. And that's what he's doing. He's just, sorry he had to be the bad boss that came in and is following the rules. But someone's got to do it.
Well, I mean, other than
if you look at
Democrats, I think most of them are going to be happy that he's doing it.
If you take the politics out, and if you look at it as a business, people that are complaining are the slackers. If that's how you look at it, that's how I look at it. It's, the slackers is the bad employees that you have at your company that are always just slacking, always complaining about instead of other people that it's like, oh, you want to move up, you want to, empower yourself, move up and move with the company and do better. But that's how I look at it.
Imagine being one of these people that's in that area that are good people that just want to live a good life and not have to worry about getting jumped or shot when they walk the streets near where they live. Like, I mean, this has got to be such a relief for some of those people.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, like immediate relief to just know that finally something's being done about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
I might have just fixed it. I don't know. Thanks, Brandon, for letting me know that you heard it. But these guys.
As Susan Mahill said, be done with this mess.
Yeah.
Be done with this mess.
I couldn't hear it still. I don't get it. Anyways.
But he heard it.
Yeah, he said he heard the videos that we were playing.
All right. Well, as long as they hear it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to run through the videos because it'll throw us all off. But either way, I mean, Trump's putting in. Trump is able to do now what no president can, and he's just not holding anything back. Vance might be a sacrifice to them. We might end up with a DeSantis, and hopefully he doesn't prove to be part of the problem going forward. But other than that, I mean, and as far as they say the crime statistics and stuff like that, we already know half of that stuff was hoaxed anyways. I mean, this is back July 18th. So a month ago, DC police commander suspended, accused of changing crime statistics. Yeah, so police union says directive to change offense classifications comes from command staff. So they were trying to mask the real crime rate. So how long were they doing that for? And they just now got caught. Yeah. So
Doesn't surprise me. I mean, they're trying to cover up the problem so that they keep getting funding or they don't lose their jobs or, somebody's paying them to cover it up. There's always, in politics, there's just so many different angles and so much BS going on. You just don't know what to trust.
I agree. Yeah. What else we have? We had some good video too. That's disappointing. The marijuana thing. We talked a little bit about that before the show. I don't know what'll come out of it. I don't really care, to be honest with you. And I think it's hypocritical and somewhat narrow-minded for some of these influencers, whether spiritual or media type, to speak out against it.
Right.
For whatever reason, they have valid complaints against it, like as against the actual thing itself.
Mhm.
but to
Talking about the lowering of the classification.
yeah. So a lot of people are like, oh, you're gonna smell weed everywhere. Yes, and there. I went to New York and all I smell is weed. I went to Chicago, weed, this and that, whatever.
But I mean, you smell it now, don't you?
Yeah, you're gonna smell it anyways.
My
Dude
neighbor-
walks by you in the grocery store, stank.
My
man.
neighbors complain about the smell all the time.
Well,
You don't hear me complaining.
they're probably complaining about chickens. But
Pretty
anyway.
much what I was saying.
Yeah, so
But
I
still,
don't
you
really
know,
care,
just-
especially while we're okay with alcohol being as available
Absolutely.
as it is.
Been saying that for so
Right.
long. We talked about it before the show. The comparison of how many people die from being under the influence of marijuana versus alcohol. Like it's not even comparable.
Right.
You know, people die from alcohol. Innocent people die from alcohol, from DUIs and stuff like that. And I'm not saying there aren't accidents caused by people smoking marijuana, but it's far less than what you hear about and see from alcohol. In fact, I would say most people probably drive a little bit more aggressive when they're drunk versus when they're been using marijuana. They probably drive a little slower
Right.
and more cautiously. Now, granted, all people are different. Some people have no business driving either,
Right.
you know, whether you're high or drunk, you know, but to compare the two is it's apples and oranges. You know, one causes way more deaths a year than the other, but one's illegal
Yeah.
and the other one
I'm
anybody
not-
can just go buy it.
I'm not against anybody having the right to go get beer or whatever, or
Me
have
either.
a cocktail, but I mean, even the AI models, you can ask out that and they tell you the alcohol's death total or the death toll, which reaches millions annually, dwarfs marijuana's, which has minimal direct deaths, some indirect, when it comes to accidents, but not anywhere near alcohol when it comes to the accidents and violence
Right.
or disease from drinking alcohol. Marijuana, I mean, the studies are out there. So I don't believe half of them say, oh, the mental illness this and mental illness that. Well, look at the mental illness. It might be helping.
Right.
It's keeping people off pharmaceuticals that are synthetically made. And then you hear, oh, this ain't your grandpa's weed. You know, this ain't your granddaddy's weed. This stuff is so much more potent. And
No, it's not.
I don't know, man.
No,
I
the
don't
stuff when I got when I was a
give two
teenager was way
shits.
better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The stuff I used to get when I was young was way better than
Yeah.
what you can get now. And just to clear things, I have my medical marijuana card. So in the state of Florida, I'm legal, but according to the federal government, I'm not. So,
Right.
you know, and that's what everybody wants to see is it become federally legal so that way it gives you peace of mind that the federal government can't go after you. But typically, unless they have a higher reason, the federal government's going to leave you alone in a state where it's medically legal. But Trump lowering the classification, some of the benefits of that would be the possibility of medical marijuana being legal federally. So not for everybody, but if you have a medical card and it's recognized in your state, that the federal government would hopefully recognize it as well. And then also you got people that have been given life sentences over fucking marijuana.
Meanwhile, 15-year-olds are getting away with murder in DC.
And then even full grown adults are getting less time in jail than some people have gotten in trouble for selling marijuana. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I say if they want to ban marijuana, they should get rid of the parking lots at the bars. Only put a bus stop out front. But
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be the nanny state when it comes to smoking weed. What about the alcohol, man?
Right.
I mean, alcohol people are. You tell me this, Vince. Even a big guy can have one cocktail at a bar and be over the legal limit.
They can.
So
No,
you're
absolutely.
not telling me these people are just having one cocktail, waiting an hour and leaving.
And you make a good point about the whole parking lot thing. I've said that for years. They know they're serving alcohol to somebody that's going to drive home. I mean, maybe not every single buddy there, but the majority of them are driving home. So you would think there'd be a limit. Okay, we're only allowed to sell you one or two drinks. That's
But then you're hurting the business.
Right, then the business isn't making the money they need to make.
Well,
Good
not
thing there's
just
Uber.
that. where would it
we have
stop?
Uber nowadays.
So then the alcohol companies aren't going to make the money they're making. And I'm betting you just about every alcohol company pays a premium to the government in one way or
For
another.
sure.
Taxes, obviously,
Oh
but
yeah.
but they're paying other ways. They're shuffling
yeah.
money under the table to these politicians that sweep all these DUIs under the rug,
All these numbers that are
being ignored.
What? Faked.
you know, Budweiser's got to give something. Say, hey, look, listen. It might not be under beer. It might not be under Budweiser. It might not be under something regarding alcohol. But it could be like, oh, hey, listen, I'll pick up the check on this and this and this and that.
Yeah,
Or
one of their
I'll take
other
care-
companies
Right.
are doing
Or,
that favor.
right. Or hey,
something.
so and so will pick up the tab on this and this and that. And don't forget about me. You know, it's always, it's like the other day I was listening to this podcast, you know, and they were saying, you know, like they kind of broke it down. It was saying like, hey, so just think about it, Mike. Like, say you know that there's a development going on, right? But you can't buy property where that development is going to go on, right? But you tell me, hey, Leo, go buy this certain land right in this spot because I know something's going to happen in 10 years, right? But you can't buy it, but you're telling me to buy it, but then you want to cut out of whatever I buy because you know in 10 years that land, we're going to put apartment buildings, we're going to put something and it's going to fucking bloom. But you can't buy it because you're part of the negotiation. But you tell me about it.
All right, so
to go buy it. So my whole
your
thing-
friend told you to buy where?
No, I'm just saying, you know, it's all a negotiation with all these bigger businesses too. Like Budweiser is saying, hey, listen, if you take care of me here, I'm gonna take care of
Yeah.
you over here.
Oh,
You know,
for
it's,
sure.
it's all about,
corporate favoritism.
you know, it's all about business.
yeah.
It's all
Let me
business.
give you one
It's
that's
all-
bigger than alcohol.
pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah,
Why do you
for
think
sure.
medical marijuana is not legal
For
federally yet?
for sure.
Because pharmaceuticals would lose
Would
so
crash.
much money
They would
Nah.
crash.
because there's a lot of medicine that would be replaced.
I don't know.
Because-
Painkillers, they will
I'm
not
not
sell nearly as many
sold
painkillers, Mike.
On the whole,
Pharmaceuticals will lose a ton
So,
of money.
so if you think,
Yeah.
I think so because if you think about it,
they
Mike,
will, but it's not the cure all. The shit
No,
don't do
but-
nothing for my fucking back.
But guess what? It's
Yeah.
not just pharmaceuticals that's going to lose some money with the legalization.
no,
of
but if
marijuana.
you think
those
no,
alcohol companies are going to lose some money too,
Right.
because I only got so much money to spend, right? And if I'm somebody that's buying a bunch of alcohol because weed's illegal and I don't want to take that chance, I'm spending that $500 a month on alcohol. Now I got the choice. Well, now I might split it 250. Well, that 250 just came from the alcohol companies. So
and then guess what?
there's other companies that are going to
Right.
lose money, and all these bars.
And then guess what? Once you get busted, it's on your license. So now after your license, now you got to go to court, pay a court fee. And now after a court fee, you got to go to class. It's all about the ching, 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 the money here, money there.
Yeah,
money
you're
there.
describing just a DUI.
Just a plain old DUI.
Yeah. Which anything,
Yeah, for
pot or beer, yeah. I mean,
They're gonna
do
get
I think they're the equal when you're impaired by them? No.
No.
You might be a little bit.
We're fucking quick on that.
I was shaking my head.
No.
No.
I'm not
No.
a fan of alcohol. Do I drink every now and then? Yes. Have
I
I,
don't drink
drank a
alcohol
lot in the
anymore.
past? Yes. And I don't care to drink that
No
much
more
again.
alcohol.
But I don't really care. You know, same with cigarettes.
Yeah.
At the time I was like, this is crazy. I can't believe you're not going to let my customers smoke in the restaurant. Now it's like, I can't believe we let
Yeah, you
people
did.
smoke in the fucking restaurant.
Yeah, I
You know,
used
it's
to. I used to be able to, smoke a cigarette when I wanted to. Now the smell of cigarettes
Yes.
just freaking like it just kills me.
Like by far the best thing the government ever did for the restaurant or hospitality industry was outlaw smoking indoors.
You know what that just made me think of, Mike?
What's that?
Another 10, 15 years from now, you're going to say the same thing about marijuana.
Well, by then,
You wouldn't
hopefully,
have thought-
they
wouldn't
might be letting you smoke the marijuana.
Right,
there.
but then let's say you 10, 15 years from now, let's say you're
Oh,
done
it
with it.
stinks.
That stuff stinks.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it in the food industry because it's not really sanitary.
Well, yeah, smoking's got no business around food.
The tobacco industry, just like pharma, just like alcohol,
You want to eat food outside,
Severely
that's fine. But inside, that's
You know, the industry though, and this I doubt that it's going to hurt anybody watching our show, but the one to watch that's gotten away with all of this over the past 300 years,
Right.
it's been the sugar industry.
Sugar industry.
The sugar industry has been the culprit of slavery in the South, slavery in the Caribbean, South America. You can blame sugar industry on our polluted waterways. They totally changed the flow of Lake Okeechobee and the Everglades, where it used to just be an estuary into the Gulf, and not anymore. They regulate it, and it's pretty corrupt, and it was pretty lethal. I
Right.
believe when the group of guys, who was it? Was it Rockefeller, Wentworth, or something like that? And then there was Flagler. There was a couple of them, and they kind of split up. And Flagler went south, and he, instead of getting into the oil industry, he got into, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the sugar industry, and it's, it probably rivals the oil industry today.
well. Think about sugars in just about everything we eat, drink. It's
Alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah. So now's a good time to play our Warrior Shield weekend promo. I hope it plays out. I'm actually going to play the Warrior Weekend, which is coming up September 5th, 6th, and 7th. I will definitely be there. Joanne Binford from Binford Chronicles will be there. Possibly John Carapi, possibly Leo Maldonado will be there.
Leo.
We're figuring out the logistics of the action. If we're going to do a broadcast, how we're going to do the broadcast. Our friends Dale and Jim with Two Guys in One Coop, they'll be doing a broadcast in the morning at 10:30, and I don't know if they're going to run long. What time we got to get out of there by? If I got to bring my own equipment, we'll figure it out. So, but either way, I'm going to a concert in Orlando, packed with a bunch of patriotic country, kind of like modern country people. And here is Warrior Weekend. We'll be right back.
The Warrior Shield Foundation proudly presents Warrior Weekend, a 3-day event from September 5th through September 7th at the Rosen Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida, which honors and supports the Corporal Chad Eric Oligschlager Foundation for PTSD, raising awareness and resources for its vital mission to help our most valuable heroes, our veterans. This powerful weekend will feature live performances by country music recording artist Ryan Weaver.
It's a long way to home, but you won't take the hard road all alone.
American Idol runner-up Bo Bice.
Tired of looking down roads, wondering what I gotta do, who I'm supposed to be. I don't wanna be anything other than free.
Christian contemporary and country artist Natasha Owens.
God and country strong, give me a cowboy who knows left from right from wrong.
Florida native and national recording artist Sean Holcomb.
You just watch your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. There's goodness every mile if you need.
In addition to all of the musical artists performing at the event, meet John Tig Tigan and Dave Boone Benton. Two true American heroes who stood their ground and defeated armed terrorists on September 11th, 2012, in Benghazi, Libya. Not only can you meet Tig and Boone, but you can spend the day at the range, shooting and learning from the best of the best. Another hero that you will not want to miss is Colonel Gregory Gadsden, an American actor and motivational speaker, and a retired colonel and former commander in the United States Army. Colonel Gadsden is also a bilateral, above-the-knee amputee who served in the Army for 25 years of active duty as a field artillery officer. Nowhere else will you be able to meet this all-star lineup while supporting our veterans and first responders. This is an event of a lifetime, and one you do not want to miss. Get your tickets now, online, at warriorshield.org, and support those who fought and sacrificed so much for all of us.
Hey,
Hey,
there we go. I had to listen to it on my phone because some reason we're not getting the loop back audio. I'm
Sorry,
glad you
guys.
can hear it. We were able to also.
Took a little snack because I get a little
Yeah.
hungry for dinner there. You know, I
Uh,
skipped dinner at my house today. So.
And that was from Giuseppe's. And
It was big
Fellsmere.
shout out for
Very
Giuseppe's
good.
and Fellsmere.
They're
I don't
not a
have-
sponsor. But
They are not a sponsor, but I'll give you a contact number real quick.
It
Man,
should
you
be.
know, shit. And their phone number is 772-571-0917. Big shout out to Giuseppe's. You know, I've always been there. I always went there when I was.
That
a
was
kid.
your first job, wasn't it?
It was my first job, Giuseppe. Actually, my first job was I worked at the fair, Mike. Remember the Fresno Friday Festival?
yeah. That's
I worked there to pay,
that's a
pick up.
temp job.
No, but I was at the tent job. You know,
my
I
first real job was
it was at the fair. I had to help out the guy, pick up and set up the bottles, where they used to break the bottles and stuff like that.
Mhm.
He gave me $20. Back then, $20. What? That thing gave me dinner and a bracelet and a plate of steel fucking games with $20. $20 nowadays, I get you a hot dog and a cold drink.
what game did you say?
Right.
A game where they had like the baseballs and you had to like
Knock the bottles over.
knock the bottles over, crush them. Or whatever.
Yeah, Giuseppe's.
Anyways,
If
Giuseppe's
you're
up
local,
Fellsmere. Yeah.
definitely get a sub or a pizza from Giuseppe's. They're a
Hit 'em up.
hometown favorite. They have 2 locations, one in Sebastian, one in Fellsmere. Like I said, they're not a sponsor,
Nope.
but if you're local and
But
you hit
if
them
you,
up, tell them you heard of them through us, and maybe
What's that steak? The steak sandwich.
That was
Maybe go look
actually
into it.
a
What's that called?
steak special sub.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Extra mayo with some jalapenos on it. It's real
I think
tasty.
you got Giuseppe's has got 3 thumbs up here from
yeah,
to the point.
we get them every week.
Yeah, we get them every week.
We get them whether they sponsored us or not.
For sure. But
Which
if
they
they hear,
don't.
but if they
Which
hear us
they
or
don't.
if you guys hear them or tag them, let us know that
We
I'll
have
stop
free-
by there next week again for another 3
Free
subs.
stuff be fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, support local. If you do have a business and you want to support a small upstart media company, look into Indian River Connections and IRC Media. We're definitely looking to expand and improve on what we have and move on to the next level, which we couldn't do without funding. So that's not easy to come by. Very slow, especially when you have full-time jobs and full-time families and all that other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
For
so, looking at IndianRiverConnections.com, and you can find all our content over there, and then some marketing opportunities. But besides that, what were you guys talking about?
Same thing you were, I think.
Which was
I don't know.
we talked about crime in DC. Oh, locally, Brandon is local to us, I believe, right, Leo?
Yes, Brendan
Yeah.
is locally.
So he might know about the saga with our sheriff and the county commission. So in the state of Florida, the sheriff has to submit his budget for approval sometime in July. County commission has to either approve it or recommend changes to it and whatnot. And there's some process they go through, but if they're recommending cuts to the continuing budget, which I believe it's like if he had 72 million last year, he wants an increase on it this year. He wants it to be 92 million.
It's like a certain
94 million. Something
certain
like that.
percentage they want increased every year.
Well, he wants a $14 million increase to what he got last year. So it would bring it up to like 92 million. And a lot of county commissioners are like, whoa, like you got to slow down. Like they said this last year
Right.
and the year
That's
before that his increase is unsustainable.
That's a significant increase. Would
Now
you say it was 70?
right now I believe it's 72 million. So let's call it 73.
73 million, and then he wants to what, 94?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a $14 million increase on it. He's asking for 14 million more.
Yeah, I think that's like a roughly 23% increase. That's a sizable. I could maybe I done the math wrong.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's either way. That's a lot. Some of the commissioners seem to open to a $12 million increase over 2 years, but
Right.
he's not even interested in negotiating with that. So in the state of Florida, how it works is, which by the way, how dare you ever go against the law enforcement? That seems to be the mentality on the right, which I'm on the right. If you didn't know, and I support law enforcement, but 92 million for a department of a county with 170,000 residents, some of which are not full time, it seems a lot. Now we do have the most state of the art sheriff's department,
Yeah,
probably.
Good chunk
In the
of our
state.
residents are not full time. I mean, this is
Yeah.
we got a lot of snowbirds here.
I mean, they have cameras everywhere you frickin' turn them. I think people
Where's
are getting
that?
a little tired of Indian River County. We're talking about in Florida, which you think you would have more freedoms, more liberty, which you do. Supposedly, they're not used for bad right now. They're used to catch people lost or criminals that are already in the system. Flag
Right.
stolen license plates or cars. They'll flag, and then it goes to the real time crime center where there's literally people in a live dispatch facility where they're tuned into all of the chest cams, the body cams. It's like when there's a shooting, there's a dispatcher, a team of them actually in the shooting with you. You know, it's like, so there's more eyes on the situation, and which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
it just seems like the
It could be used,
unsustainable without
Well,
raising taxes.
and then there's the fear of wrong people running the department. At some point, could some of that stuff be used politically for the wrong reasons?
Right.
Some of that technology, could be used to set certain people up, or politically, if you've got control of something like that, and your opponent, if you can use those cameras against your opponent, that's, there's just different things that can happen from it that a lot of people are worried about. Just too many cameras.
Yeah.
DT says flock cameras suck. Yeah, bad enough. We're tracked with our cell phones already.
Right.
I agree. I mean, we already submit to that. I mean, and we do it by
Choice.
convenience. We
Yeah,
choose to
convenience.
because they make it so damn convenient. But do we really want cameras? And I used to be like, okay, they have one coming out of VLE at both entrances, or they had them at first. It was just like the main road coming into the county and out of the county, and then the interstates
Right.
in and out. And it was like, oh, I can see that being useful that way.
And
If somebody
now they-
comes in or leaves,
But now they have them inside the neighborhoods.
Well, yeah.
right.
Then it was every red light.
They got them outside the Home
But-
Depots.
Yeah. Now they're just all over the place.
They're on the Walgreens. They're at the Home Depots. They're at the Lowe's. And that, I'm not saying that because of ICE or nothing like that, because they've been there before.
I don't
this
know if they.
administration, but they are every.
I don't know if they
turn.
do it here, but I've seen where some of the bigger cities they can tap into ATM cameras. And
I went down it. Now
Wouldn't
I
doubt it
asked
either.
the sheriff this about 4 years ago, I think it was. It might have been 2 years ago. I'm sorry, but I had the sheriff on a Twitter Spaces with Joanne Binford Chronicles, and I had asked him about these, and I didn't really get a firm answer as to how much each one of these costs. But if you do, and I'm not going against the sheriff because I'm not a fan of our county commissioners either. But if you look at our department, they are riding in style. There's no new Chargers. They're all new Tahoes.
yeah, I was gonna
They're
say
all new
They're
F-350s.
so many
or whatever they are.
Tahoes now. Yeah, that are driving around. Like I don't even see that many of the cars anymore. Yeah, the Chargers, like you said, it's like
They're
all,
just the old ones. I mean, they're not
yeah.
old, but they're still.
all the SUV
Yeah.
cops now. They're all over the place.
Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely think that there could have been better spending Maybe management. So the big cry is that our deputies aren't getting paid what they should, which I agree with.
Mike, is it true? I heard we have two. Our sheriff's department, or we've got two
what?
helicopters.
I believe you're right. I was going to say that.
This is a very
I don't have that
small.
fact. Maybe somebody can Google it, but I don't
Yeah.
have that fact.
I mean, I know a couple sheriffs that I could probably tag on
This is
here,
a
but I mean, I don't know
small-
if I'm just like gonna get myself into more trouble than I
Yeah,
already
you better.
did.
This is a
You
small
know,
area.
and I've
I
seen
would
also
don't get them in trouble.
no, and I've also seen some of them, in action, and y'all just cannot run. That's why they probably have two helicopters, because y'all could just not run. Y'all just like look left and right, like, did it just happen? Like, I'm just
well,
not
it's a
gonna say any
tough-ass job.
names,
It's
but
a tough job. So
it
the
is
big-
a tough job,
the
but you
big-
sign up for it.
The
You
big
sign up for
worry
it.
is they're not getting paid enough, and we're losing good talent.
Okay, but think
to
about it, Mike.
higher-paying counties.
Okay, they're not getting paid enough. I agree. Okay, I agree.
Definitely not. I mean, I agree.
No,
Definitely not getting
Listen,
paid enough.
I understand. They're the law enforcement. They're not getting paid enough. I know. But who is not getting paid enough right now?
Right.
You know?
Right. You're right.
Who is not? Just because you're law enforcement means that, we have to all bow down to you.
No,
Because
but
You need
for
the money.
being
Okay.
one of the fifth, I think we were, if not, we still are, like the fifth richest county in the country.
Yes,
Right.
You think our deputies would get paid
Yeah.
better than the deputies in state,
Well,
or,
I agree.
or in other counties?
We
You know,
do
we are
have
wasting
two
a lot of money.
helicopters.
We are wasting a lot of
Two.
money on those
Two.
new recycling bins and all that stuff
58.
like that. There's a lot of money that's being wasted not properly. I'm not saying there's
Right.
money.
And now I'm not saying I don't want to have a department that's state of the art,
No.
but I think maybe we could have throttled that back and started increasing deputies' pay. Like his famous line was, out of every dollar, I think that he gets 25 cents for the deputies. It all goes to other administration expenses. But I just think that maybe spending like the deputies could have been a priority years ago. But now
Yeah, for
there's a
sure.
rift with the county commissioners, and there's a threat to go to the state because under his eyes, and he wrote in the letter, he needs a detailed list of what they want cut from his budget.
Right.
And by law, it's got to go to the state's CFO or whatever. And pretty much puts the county commissioners on the spot. Like, what is it you don't want us to fund in law enforcement? Is
Right.
it, child rapists, or, is it, it's like, what is it? What is it? And meanwhile, they're not cutting his budget, but they're asking him to cut back on the request to increase his budget. So
How much do you think one of those OH-58 helicopters cost?
I don't know.
2016 is the most recent post I see. $100.8 million.
That's just a sticker price. What is it to maintain it,
Yeah,
to fuel it,
that's just to buy it. So we've got $200 million just in helicopters.
and the salary for the helicopter pilots? Yeah, $1 million. Yeah,
And you know what?
replacing a perfectly good recycle bin with another recycle bin. I agree. Smaller. In my case, smaller. I'm out in rural county.
And
We
you know
fill
the
that shit up. I
but
need a
see-
bigger one. I wanted a second one, and then
yeah.
they took mine and gave me
Yeah.
a smaller one.
And now they're
Right.
giving, well, I don't know about here, but they gave us a trash or a
Yard debris.
yard debris one too.
No, I
So
don't even.
I-
I don't think we're gonna get that.
So I haven't received my. This is where I was gonna go. I have not received my yard debris recycling bin. Right.
I got mine.
This is just another. This to me, this is just another way for somebody to be lazy and not be able to get out of the truck, pick up the debris, and put it in the back of the debris. Why? Because there's probably too many lawsuits, people hurting their bags, people this, people that. I mean, come
Well,
on.
they're not
man.
doing any more curbside pickup. The big loads. Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I
Being
think,
lazy.
yeah,
Like it's just like
you
okay,
know,
we're gonna
I've
cut
never
back
had
on-
that privilege out here.
What a
We have
lot
to
of
get rid
people
of our
re-
own shit.
don't realize too is now everybody is paying for that. It's
Yeah.
in your taxes now.
Yeah.
So now it's not optional.
No.
You know,
We
it wasn't
paid like
expensive. I was
40
paying. It was like $11 a month for trash and recycling.
Yeah.
It's $30 every 3 months. Something $32 or something like that.
It was pretty cheap.
Yeah. But now everybody's paying for it in their taxes, and half the people that are paying for it probably don't even realize it.
Some people were like, "Oh, well, I have a yard person, that comes and takes my debris, takes all that
Right.
stuff. So why do I need a can for?"
Right.
You
Yeah, I
know,
don't know. I doubt
if you needed one,
I
you could
doubt
have
I'm
signed up
even
for
gonna
it.
get it. The can.
If you
I
needed
need
one.
like a dozen of those cans. One
Mike-
day trim it
Mike
out
needs
this
a
way.
whole truckload. Just dump the whole truckload here.
I
He'll fill
do.
it up within like 2 days.
I do. I have a lot of bamboo I need to get rid of. If anybody wants bamboo, let me know. But yeah, so the
Anyway, Eric
92
Flowers, big shout out to you, man. We
Yeah.
hope you get what you deserve, and what you're asking for, what you probably are. You're probably gonna, at the end of the day, you're probably gonna get what you asked for. This is all set and planned, just so
Well-
that people could hear you, people could see.
His boy,
You know, you're gonna get it. Don't
his-
worry about it,
his
bro.
boy from,
You got it. Someone's gonna give you some money to feed that new dog you got
What's-
walking around.
What's his
Pretty
name?
dog.
Adam or whatever Walsh is probably going to help him get his.
Oh
budget.
yeah, you know, John Walsh.
John Walsh.
Yeah, I don't think helping them do nothing.
Yeah, not Adam. Sorry about that.
Well, he helped them. He probably helped them get some cameras with the camera crew. That's about it.
Yeah, there's. I don't know. I
No.
might have
Baby Taker.
the baby taker. Let's see what this is.
Chairman Joseph Flesher and Board of County Commissioners.
We're not, but they are.
As the
This is Joe
priority of
Flesher,
government
your county
is
commissioner.
Public safety. I have every confidence the budget for Indian River County Sheriff's Office will be
Oh, yeah, right there, you hear
approved
it?
as submitted.
You got it. Yours on.
As relayed in my letter of July 23rd, 2025, in good faith, I revised my original budget.
Joe Walsh, Eagles now.
$14,635,000.
This guy is such a
$21.
freaking prick. I'm gonna stop this right now because I can't hear it anyways, and it's too long. But I did just call the county commissioner. Did I call him a prick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a.
and you might have dropped the F. in
Did
the-
I really? And it's
No.
not even 9 o'clock yet.
I
I
don't think you did.
apologize. It's almost 9 o'clock. So
I don't think you did, but you should have.
We got Leo off the screen now. Let me fix this.
It's all right. It's always been like
We're
that since
wrapping it
last
up.
time. There we go. Hey.
But yeah, I mean, these county commissioners, I'm no fans of theirs either. I think a lot of them are rhinos. They're fake conservatives. They've been sitting on the dais, keeping their mouth shut on critical items when it comes to the children
term limits.
and all that in this county. And it's just like a name of who you know.
We
You know,
need term
who-
limits.
who was your family or which branch of first responders did you serve? It's the who's who. You
We
know,
need term limits in local politics, just like the presidency.
yeah.
I think there should
mean,
be term limits in any government sitting position.
I agree in most cases. When it comes to county, yeah, I mean,
Even
the
our-
voters should be
even-
smart enough. Though.
Even our tax collector has been the same for God knows how many years. Even that should have a term limit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Their hand, I mean,
Carol
Carol Jean Jordan locally for
Well,
us
again,
forever.
it's a who you know, and you know what. do
Not
you
anything
even,
against her.
do
I
you even
just
belong there?
think there should be term limits.
Yeah, but then you get good people like
You
Leslie
do.
Swan,
But let them-
the other constitutional.
But let them move
officer.
up to a bigger, more important position.
Yeah. Now this is not just local. I mean, we're talking about local people to us, but this goes for any county across the country.
Right.
It's just like these people progress into your state legislators, who progress into U.S. congressmen or senators or representatives or more.
you leave-
Governors.
You leave the same person in the same job for too long. Even if they went in with good intentions, they're going to get complacent. They're going to get lazy, and they're going to get offers. Like an opportunity to get a chunk of money doing something that really doesn't affect anybody, so you do it.
Yeah,
That's why we need to have term limits. You can't let these
No.
people get comfortable in the same position. for
I
too
agree.
long.
I do agree. We could do a whole show on Carol and her position. I don't know her personally.
Me
I know
either.
people who work with her who
And
love
I
her.
just used her
I
as an
know
example.
people who hate her. Stair stepping to greatness in their own mind. Yeah, but the branding that goes into these positions, like I forget during the election, the person running against Carol Jean Jordan, drawn a blank. She had outlined what it cost to rebrand when the new tax collector comes in, and that means put their names on the plaques, the website, but the doors, the signs,
doors, yeah.
the checks, the banks, and this and that. And she's like,
Business
"You're not."
cards.
One of the things she ran on was, "You're not going to get that with me. My name won't be on the building. You won't be making your check out to me. It's not an ego thing. It's not a branding thing." And we know in Carol's case, it's not like she's running for office. So I would say, okay, maybe that these positions are stepping stones to a more another
It's
step in your political career. But
And it's funny you say that one part though, Mike. Like, I remember the first time I wrote a check to Carol Jean Jordan, and I'm like, who the fuck am I writing this check to? This money's supposed to be going to the county. Why am I writing a check to an individual?
for me, it was Charles Sembler, which was weird because I would serve
Was that-
Charles
Was that in
Sembler.
Connecticut or
No, it was here. I would serve Charles Sembler every day from 3 to 7 at the bar during happy hour. But this was his father, and that family went way back in this area. But yeah, his son was one son was a tax collector, and another son was, I don't know. He had a couple sons. I won't get into my personal business, but yeah, they were. Some of them were great people. But anyways, we're pushing 9 o'clock. I don't want to keep anybody any longer. Thank you, DT, for your comments. Thank you, Brandon.
thank you
Then
guys
again,
for
if
getting
you're
on.
watching at home, whether it's live or after the fact, please drop a comment, hit the like button, follow, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Rumble. Our YouTube kind of opened up a little bit. Like I started to get some analytics from YouTube, but it's all throttled back so bad. I don't expect anything, but still make sure you follow us on Rumble, on X. Facebook is good, but same thing there. Leo, you got anything?
Just don't forget to join in tomorrow or show up tomorrow at Filthy's Cocktail and Bar, I believe is what it's called, in Vero Beach, Florida. Show up. We'll be there. I'll be there. You'll catch me on camera for sure because I'm not camera shy. I put my face out there once in a while. Stop by. I'll be there.
Thank you. Thank you. You rock too. It's Wednesday. We'll be on Wednesday. But you can check our partners at TGI Now on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock also. So, Vince, you got anything?
No,
No? You've been riding? No videos? No riding videos yet?
Not lately. One, it's just nearly 100 degrees every day, and pretty flooded out there right now. And I've got a little leak in the bell box.
All right. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Thank you.
All right,
Have a
guys.
good night.
We'll
See you next
tomorrow.
week. Yeah, tomorrow night. Filthies.
Podcast warriors say the brave to shout. Make America great, tell them what it's about. Facts over feelings, cutting through the noise. Fighting woke mobs and the canceled toys. They spew their lies, they spreading hate. Let's BS ain't gonna seal our fate. No nonsense here, just straight to the point. Truce to ammo in this battleground joint. Make America great again, stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night. Fight the woke mob, cancel their crying. Truth on the mic while they keep lying. They wanna cancel, they wanna control, but we got the truth, we breaking the mold. Speak your mind, don't let them bind. Words cut through, sharper than a sword of kind. Senses just raw, no filter to stop. Voices rise up from the bottom to top. Feelings don't matter when the truth's laid bare. No nonsense, come at us if you dare. Make America great again, stand and fight. Facts over feelings, day and night. Fight the woke mob, cancel their crying. Truth on the mic while